Why is it that, even if our leadership and management excel in the strategy work of communicating top company priorities, teams and departments discuss and align on goals, for example, using OKRs, and everyone has clarity on why things are important? That strategy work have very little impact on our ability to deliver as an organization if we have stressed individuals running around trying to help out and we have pressured, overworked teams. In this video, I will explore why this is. I will discuss the dangers of stress, how it impacts the individuals and our teams, and the consequences for the wider organization. And along the way, I will try to offer some examples of remedies that might make sense in your context. By the end of this video, I hope you felt that it deserved a click on that like button. And if you enjoy this and other videos on this channel, please consider subscribing or maybe even to become a Patreon. We are all busy. Busy trying to figure out how to do a good job, understand what is expected from us, and how to make an impact and how to deliver value. And all we have at our disposal is 40 hours a week. That's it. That means a lot of hard choices. As an autonomous agile team, we need to collaboratively figure out what to do with this time. With our very limited time, what can we do to contribute to important company projects and business targets? Work from our own backlog, do future proofing in keeping our tech debt in check, fix defects and bugs, run experiments and spend time on discovery, try out our own ideas, deal with requests from other teams, and take care of urgencies and incidents in production. But it doesn't stop here. As an autonomous team, being in the driving seat of our decisions and plans, we also need to balance between short-term and long-term work, decide when to say yes and when to say no, learn which meetings add value and when to prioritize work, figure out when to help others and when to ask others to help us. This is hard work, but doable and rewarding if we as a team work at a sustainable pace and have the time to discuss and make good, responsible decisions together. If we work at a sustainable pace, adopting how much we pull from the backlog according to our capacity, we will manage to deliver with quality. We will have time to help others, time to try out ideas and to handle urgencies. And we will have the time to keep our code and data healthy and ready for the future. But if the pressure mounts, or we start allowing more work into our sprints than we can handle, things will have to go. Maybe we won't have time to try out our own ideas or run experiments. Perhaps we'll fail to address the growing pile of technical debt. And if the pressure mounts even more, we will soon have an overworked, stressed out team with mounting queues of work, a team with no time to help others. They might feel forced to take shortcuts, resulting in poorer quality and defects, which in turn adds more work and a growing number of worried and upset stakeholders. This is a very dangerous situation to be in, and a very unhealthy one. Because stress makes us get tunnel vision, robbing us from our capacity to see dangers and opportunities. Be short-sighted. We only manage to focus on here and now, have clouded judgment, making poor decisions, and assuming ill intention in others, which will cause frictions and conflicts, turning former friends and partnership teams into strangers who don't understand our situation. Furthermore, if we have a fear of failure, a fear of being reprimanded for not succeeding, we will hide our mistakes. We will refrain from being honest. When asked how things are progressing, we will conjure up happy reports. We will shy from feedback because we fear the risk of being criticized. And we might stop, ask for help, because that might reveal we're not on top of things. And we might adopt conformity as a survival strategy, only doing what we're told, so we can't be blamed if things go wrong, avoiding anything that smells like responsibility. So, what can we as a team do? Here follows some techniques that might help you as a team get in control and maybe to recover. If you've been practicing Agile, none of this will feel novel. We pull work. We don't allow work to be pushed onto us. This allows us as a team to adjust incoming work to our capacity. We have strict limits on simultaneous work in progress. This prevents us from multitasking and wasting time on task switching. And it helps us to finish before starting something new. we visualize our process and workflow. This will offer us a shared overview of ongoing work. It will help us see bottlenecks and enable us to do something about them and guide us where to help out. And this shared understanding of our process and our work allows for inclusive decision making. We plan for slack. We don't fill our week to the brim. We don't max out our story points during the sprint planning. This gives us room to deal with urgencies and surprises without having that additional work causing a traffic jam. It gives us time to collaborate and to help each other, time to share knowledge and learn from colleagues, and time to invest in future proofing. And we dedicate time for deliberate learning to become a cross-functional team with T-shaped members. This will increase our autonomy and independence. We will become stronger and less fragile. We will be able to expand our responsibility and to reduce the number of handovers within the team. And it will allow us to take on a wider variety of challenges. But are these really remedies to the core problem, or just band-aids? Well, frankly, these techniques don't address the root problem. They only patches the symptoms and offers some sanity and control for the team. So, let's zoom out and look at the wider organization. What's the cause of all of this? Our top leadership might excel at communicating our high-priority projects and primary business targets, offer transparency and share market insights, and repeats the importance of some crucial deadlines. Despite of this, we feel that our most important projects that span over departments and teams have super slow progress. What's going on? It's super clear what's important. There is absolutely no confusion on the work to be done. Some teams even work overtime to get things done. And our surveys tells us that 90% of our team's health is positive. But still, we only see a trickle of deliverables, a drizzle of features completed every week. But wait, if 90% of the teams are doing okay, that means that 10% of them aren't. If we have teams struggling, that suffers from stress and tunnel vision, how does that impact dependencies between teams? Even in an agile organization, we're never 100% autonomous. We depend on each other, help each other, share knowledge. And we collaborate and contribute to shared projects in order to reach our collective outcomes. As soon as this one team that's working really hard and fighting for survival is involved, the progress of the whole is limited by their capacity. They become a bottleneck. So, who runs the company in this case? Who decides which important company projects make progress today, if any? Our defined strategy from top leadership based on market insights and visions of the future? No, it's this poor team. They do. A team that on a daily basis struggles to figure out what to do and what to work on. What's urgent and on fire? Who screams the most? Who do we fear reprimands from? What's easy because I can't focus on anything complicated? Screw strategy. We fight for survival. Priorities change on a weekly basis anyway. And to make things worse, we might have incredible people trying to help out with a counterproductive approach. I call these people bottleneck heroes. He or she has been around from the start, has a lot of answers everyone craves, protects the quality with lots of code reviews, knows many in the company, writes all complicated code, and takes responsibility by engaging in many decisions, etc. Their drive might be, I love the feeling of being needed and that others depend on me. I hope it's obvious why I call them bottleneck heroes. Okay, let's zoom back out to the organization. What can we do to address the root causes? One reaction might be to introduce more processes and mechanisms to gain control. Refrain from that unless you want to slow everything down so you no longer can see the difference between fast and slow, nor find the bottlenecks in your organization. Another reaction might be someone needs to take charge, lead and drive this. Well, having someone coordinating and facilitating the important conversations might be exactly what you need. But be careful so you don't create and add another bottleneck hero by doing so. Allow me to share some ideas that could change the system and alter the preconditions of the game. Hopefully, some of them feels relevant for your context. Move from viewing leadership as hierarchies of managers directing people and teams that pushes down pressure and that manages the work, to a supportive organization with a leadership that support and coaches the teams, offers guidance and clarity, facilitates coordination and negotiations, and resolves organizational blockers and impediments in order to help people and teams move forward faster. Instead of managing dependencies with Jira or a dependency board during a big room planning, have a weekly blocker and dependency resolution speed dating meeting, where you facilitate matchmaking between teams in need and people whom can help. Build, nurture, and grow a strong presence of psychological safety. It's crucial that everyone feels safe to raise concerns, challenge ideas, to say no, and to take risks. Have clearly ranked company priorities, a top 10. Which of all cross-company initiatives is the most important one, the number one? When teams and people have to choose and prioritize, what trumps what? And combine this with the principle, help out with the ranked company priorities first, then do your own work. If we as a team are requested to support or asked to contribute, we will prioritize to help out the team working on the company priorities first. We do this as an organization to guarantee progress of top cross-company initiatives. Have internal open source. Allow everyone to edit all parts of the code. To guarantee quality, we do code reviews. And to spread knowledge and upskill each other, we embed. We guest other teams for some weeks to mentor, pair, and to learn, so that ownership or knowledge isn't a blocker. Platformize and decouple, so that teams can build and ship on their own. Invest in tooling and automation. Transition to a decoupled architecture with, for example, microservices. Make it easy for teams to set up easy and safe deployment pipelines, and help them with monitoring of production so that they can take on end-to-end responsibility. But most importantly, help that team. Give them all your attention, support, and resources they need. Don't help them double down on work. Listen to their needs and support the people. Treat them with the urgency and care they deserve. So, how do I wrap this up? I don't know. Can I propose that you watch this video together with your colleagues and then discuss what your shared key takeaways are, what rings true, and if it inspires you to any action? Then you might wonder, what can I do? Where can I start? Well, first, take care of yourself. Be honest. Set boundaries. It's first and foremost you that is responsible for your own well-being. The award "worked like crazy and felt like crap" last year don't exist. 2. Care for your team members. Ask how they're doing, support them, help them, and care for your managers and leaders. In times of stress and pressure, they too need support and a friend who cares. That was all. What did you make of my analysis and suggestion for remedies? Do you recognize any of the examples? Disagree with anything I said? Please share and discuss in the comments below. And these are my amazing Patreons. Thank you, you are the best. Do you want to support my work of creating free educational videos here on YouTube? Please consider becoming a Patreon. As a Patreon, you get invites to exclusive meetups and can watch recordings of previous ones. These have happened so far. Furthermore, you get early access to new videos and become part of our Discord community, where many of my guests of this channel are members of. If you would like to see this talk in Swedish, here's a live recording from the conference Agile Sverige 2021. And please remember to continue to explore, have fun, and be safe.